Hey, hi, how are you? My name is Crystal. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. As you can tell by the shirt and by my hair, clearly, I need to do this. And plus, I never actually touched this up after I bleached it for my birthday. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm finally tackling that now. Hey, I'm just gonna voice over from here. I was saying my target area is definitely gonna be the roots, and a lot of the yellow part in my hair shaft is just too yellow and I just don't think it'll do well with toner. So I'm just gonna go in and bleach all of that. And also, here's a little snippet of my fall nails. Cute. Back to hair, I found this product from watching Laurasia Andrea. This is the AGEbeautiful Ultra Bond Powder Lightener. It's supposed to lift up to 9+ levels, and it's supposed to be an alternative to using bleach. Since we're already talking about products, this is the developer I'm using. I'm using 10 and 30 volume. I'm also using this toner. This is a deep conditioning treatment, and this purple shampoo. I know, my hair is looking rough, dusty, crusty, all of the above. I started a 30-day workout challenge a week ago, and it has clearly taken a hold of my hair, so we're gonna go ahead and fix that up. I did separate my hair after I detangled it, just sectioning out the bleach part. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it was just good enough to get me to this area where I know what I'm gonna be bleaching. Next up, we're mixing up the powder lightener. It does call for 20 volume developer, but I didn't have it, so I mixed 30 and 10. It works, trust me, it works. Because my roots are my natural hair color, I'm gonna start processing those first because it's gonna take a lot longer for them to lift to the bleached hair color, whereas the hair that I've already bleached, it's not as light as I want it to be, but it's lighter than my natural hair. I'm also kind of relying on the heat from my scalp to help that lightener process quicker, especially at the roots, so it can process a little bit quicker and lift the color faster, whereas the rest of my hair that is already bleached, like the hair strands, they do need bleach as well, but they don't need to sit as long. So I'm trying to time it the best that I can, so when I wash it off, all of it's one unified color. I know I'm speeding through the clips, but when I was actually doing it, I was taking my time making sure I was coating everything I could. Once I saturated the section, I would go in and make very thin, very small parts, adding more bleach, really pressing it in just to make sure I was getting every single hair coated, like right here. Just making another part, adding more bleach, and then I would add a little bit more bleach on the rest of the hair strands down the shaft that were really yellow. I tried to avoid that small section that was already pretty bright. I didn't want to add any more because I felt like it would just cause it to break off. So just focusing on the roots and then the yellow strands of hair. Once I've finished applying all of the product, I do wrap the ends in aluminum foil just so the product isn't touching my skin. You know, you got to take care of your face. And then you check in every 10 minutes. This is actually a 5-minute check-in just to show you how well it works. So then I waited another 15 minutes and this is how it's looking. I was a little scared, so I went ahead and washed it out. It turned out so good. I love how bright it is, especially in the front and the edges. They're like a really white, light blonde, whereas the roots in the back, they're a little bit darker, but it's okay. You don't see those as much. I'm using this Shimmer Light shampoo to do a shampoo bath. I learned this from Laurasia Andrea. She's a goddess. So the last time I bleached my hair, I used the conditioner and I let that sit, but it didn't do as well. I noticed this time with the shampoo, it does a lot better. So that's the trick, is just to do a shampoo bath and let it sit for like 20-30 minutes, and then you can really get a lot of yellow and brass out. I left mine on for 30 minutes and this is how it turned out. It's already so much better just from that shampoo bath alone. The roots are still pretty brassy, but we're just gonna work with it. Hopefully the toner can do its job, but you can see just how much of a difference that made. I also got this from Laurasia Andrea as well. This is the Bond Synergy Deep Treatment. This is incredible. This helps enforce bonds and strengthens your hair, especially after doing all this manipulation and chemicals with the lightener. This really helped my hair. It helped nourish and protect it, and it also made it stronger, and it left it really soft and silky. You have got to try it. This is how my hair looks after washing out the deep treatment. Very healthy, very nourished, lovely. I go in with the T18 Lightest Ash Blonde Toner. I do a 1-to-1 ratio. I use 10 volume developer. I didn't want anything too harsh. Give that a good mixy mix. I apply the toner to my hair just like I did with the powder lightener. I saturate the whole section at the roots first. Once I've saturated it, I'll go in with really thin, really small parts, adding more to the scalp and making sure I coat each strand. Once I have the roots completely covered, I'll go in and I'll do the rest of the hair shaft, coating all of the hair. I don't understand why it took me like 10 minutes to apply this toner, but this is how it looked when I got done, and you can see it's already turned purple, and this is 15 minutes after I got done. It's like a deep purple. I was really scared, but I knew my roots were still yellow. I still washed it out, and I like how it came out, especially like the hair shaft. That color is so pretty. This is exactly what I was going for. I know the roots are still yellow, but it'll be fine. I feel like this color of hair complements my skin tone so well. I'm going in with this L'Oreal conditioner. I got this from a bleach kit for a blonde wig I did about a year ago. I can't find the instructions, but I think it's meant for blonde hair. It did really well. My hair feels so soft and so smooth after using it. You only need to leave it on for just a few minutes. So after I rubbed it in, really saturated the blonde section, I hopped in the shower and washed all of my hair. I did my normal hair wash routine on my natural hair, and then I ended it with this hair mask conditioner from Function of Beauty. It left my hair so soft, so juicy, so curly. I love it. And if you don't see the difference, here's a clip of what my hair looked like a month ago when I first bleached it. So yellow, so brassy, compared to now. It's juicy, it's toned, it's cool colored, and I really love it. And like an up close, yes, the roots are still a little brassy, but nowhere as bad as last time. I love how my hair looked curly. I really did want to straighten it, but per a subscriber's request, I will be doing a twist out in this video. I'll be using this leave-in conditioner, this hair milk, and then this bonding hair oil. I prefer to do the LCO method, liquid cream oil. That's what always worked for my hair, so that's what I use. I know we're not a fan of my L anymore, but I have the products still, so I'm going to use them until they run up, and then I'll look for new hair products. So I go in with the hair milk first, I saturate the section, and then I go in with the leave-in conditioner, saturate the section, comb it all through with my fingers, and then I add a little bit of hair oil, and then that seals it all in. I do that to both sides of my hair, and this is how it turned out. I could leave it like this, but I knew I wanted to do a little bit more with it. This is just how my curls naturally fall. And so for my twist out, I actually don't do anything specific or particular. I really just kind of twist in random sections and just kind of let it do its thing. So I didn't make a part where I wanted the hair to fall. And then I start making my sections. The sections are all like kind of different shapes, different sizes. It's nothing like cut and dry. I kind of just go with the flow. And then I try to split it in half as equal as I can, smooth it out, and then I just twist. I do twist away from my face, especially around the frame of my face, just to make sure it falls the right way. And as I'm twisting, I'll pull that small section and I'll smooth it out as I'm twisting, just to make sure I can elongate the curls as much as possible. And then when I get down to the end, I kind of just like twist it with my finger just to help it curl. And that's pretty much it. Like this, it's a weird section, and I'm just gonna rock with it. Split it in half, twist it up, curl the end. So I do that pattern all around my head. Sometimes in the back I twist a different direction. It just depends, but there's really no pattern, no plan or anything. I kind of just go with the flow. Now that it's all done, as you can see, everything's very juicy, very hydrated. There's plenty of product on every strand. Yes, I did miss a few pieces, that's okay. And then I just put it all in my bonnet and we call it a night. I do try to keep my hair in the bonnet as long as possible until the hair is completely dry. Thankfully, the next day I had nothing to do, so I was able to wait until the evening and it is completely dry. So I just take a little bit of the bonding hair oil, rub it on my hands, coat the strands a little bit with it, and then I untangle it. I just pull it apart gently, and then I just run my hands through those strands, and however the hair wants to separate, I kind of just let it do that. So sometimes it's big chunks, sometimes it's smaller chunks. If it's bigger, I may have to like break it up with my fingers manually, but most of the time it all comes apart in a really good pattern, so I kind of like let it do its thing. Usually the first day I do the twist out, the hair is a little bit tight, so I may have to like run my hands through the roots, kind of like fluff it up, just like rejuvenate it, but it still turns out pretty good, especially after day 3, day 4. I still twist my hair at night in between, and then the next day I unravel it, and as each day passes, the curls get a little bit more elongated each time. I am just so happy with my hair. This bleach process went a lot better than the last one, and I'm really loving these results. My hair is so juicy and so healthy. I actually decided to end this with a little hairstyle. I did 2 small space buns at the top, and then I had these 2 little pieces in the front that I let fall on my face. Thank you so much to everyone who left comments and tips in the previous video. I appreciate it so much, and I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.